All right. So, my name is EJ, and I'm a discipline coach. And so, ever since I learned how to talk, I've had a stuttering problem. So, and what has helped me in all that has been disciplining myself and all that to get out of my comfort zone and everything, which that's hard as fuck. So,
but worth doing.
absolutely. Yeah, so in high school, the people there were just assholes. They would like how I talked and everything. And I was just fed up. So discipline has allowed me to step into the power that I have, and I'm helping people step into that power by teaching them how to acquire that discipline and everything. So I've had my coaching out fairly recently. I've had it out since late March, and I'm still learning everything, but it's honestly been a pretty steady road and everything. So, yeah.
It's awesome. If you were to give 3 ways to get more disciplined, what would they be?
Like skip in what terms?
I just want to be more disciplined in my life, and more
Gotcha.
disciplined in my eating habits, or working out, or
Gotcha.
spiritual life, or anything. Just like kind of across the board. I want to be able to hold myself accountable when I tell myself I'm going to do something.
Gotcha. So the first thing that you have to know is that motivation is not tied into discipline. So motivation is only temporary inspiration. So, and all of that falls off, and you have to tell yourself or ask yourself, like, how bad do you truly want this and all that to happen? The second thing is to be clear on like what you truly want, because if you aren't clear on what you truly want, then it'll be hard to actually make that come true and everything. And the third thing is to have a routine that you wake up and you're excited to get out and do everything. So that's what I would say my top 3 are.
That's awesome. That's dope.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So, I've said this before, one of the biggest things that I admire about you is that you're so consistent with content. And I know that as a discipline coach, that's something that you probably have to embody, but what are you thinking in your mind, when it comes to, you've been posting for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's
What's his Instagram?
CJ, But anyways, like, what is going through your mind when you're posting every single day? I mean, it's got to be tiring. Just like
Oh,
what,
yeah.
like what, I don't know how to word this, but like, what goes through your mind when, I'm sure there's days that you don't want to post or you don't
Yeah.
feel like it. So it's like, what is going through your mind, you know, when that happens?
So when that happens, I'm like, okay, so how bad do I really want this thing? Do I want to just settle for comfort, or do I want to actually make it happen? So through that, I make content something that I have to put out, no matter the circumstances. So there are times and all that where I just don't want to like show up and everything, but I tell myself and everything that I want this to happen, no matter the pain or the hardships that stand in front of me. So,
That's awesome. I have a question too. So
Yeah.
at the very beginning, you compared you going to school and you saying how discipline helped you with getting picked on in school. Um, what is the relevance as far as discipline and your stuttering and for yourself specifically? Um, I've heard you speak about your stuttering before
yeah.
in your content.
Mhm.
Have you ever thought of really making that a focal point of your content as well? Have you really wanted to adjust your content around not necessarily that problem, but how to be okay with having that specific I don't know the word, but
Yeah.
uh, just problem with stuttering in general. How does discipline help you? I don't know what I'm asking. How does discipline actually help you with the discomfort of stuttering that you've been encountering?
Yeah. So, yeah, discipline brings all of us to confidence, and through that confidence, that has actually helped me talk more smoother. So, like working out and everything, that has helped me a ton and everything, and it's yeah, confidence has just been allowing me to like step into my power and everything.
That's all of it, man.
I got one. If you're
Yeah.
as a discipline coach, when you get a client, and obviously if they're paying forever, it doesn't really matter. But what point in your head are you like, this person's not going to get to know it? He's not going to be disciplined. Like he is either not in the headspace or at the point in his life where it's just worth giving up on, almost to a degree. You wouldn't do that to a client who's paying you, obviously.
No.
But if it was a friend or someone you knew, like I have a hard time sometimes if I love trying to bring every single person I know to like the level that a lot of the people here are.
Mhm.
And some of my friends from the past might tell you that I have a hard time giving up on those that don't show the qualities necessary to get to that next echelon. At
Yeah.
what point do you write them off?
So I take a peek at their habits and everything, and if they have like habits that hurt them or and help them, I point it out and I try and help them. But if they don't commit to actually fixing it, then we have a problem where I'm not sure if it'll actually put in the work and everything to reach what they want.
So it's about when they're not listening to your advice, when you feel you're giving it and they're just almost ignoring you.
Yeah.
That's kind of the line. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Thank
Bro,
you.
I'll be completely honest. I'm like empowered by seeing like your route that you're going.
Mhm.
How many? Cause like just I'm trying to wrap my head around. All right, so you have a stuttering problem. How many people do you think in, we'll say, the United States or in the social space, in anywhere, would get up to do public speaking or anything?
I thought the same thing. I was like, I like to
So I'm like, all right,
I'm like, that kid wants to speak.
understand that you're probably in the 0.00001%,
Yeah.
which gives you such an amazing advantage because the amount of people that I know that had either a stuttering problem or a freezing up problem or anything like that, if they start watching your content, that would be huge.
They would feel so empowered because like they probably are coming from a place that like they don't have that even close to that level of discipline that you have.
Or confidence. That's
or-
the other piece.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And
man.
well, and the two tie together too.
You speak like an authority.
Because
Yeah.
when you talk about how your discipline, your confidence, and your play, especially, I feel like they'll be able to see that and be like, damn, he has that confidence I wish I had, and he got there because of this discipline. The speaking is going to be really good for you, man, and the content.
Thank you, bro.
I want to ask you, why don't you? I notice you edit your content just by, looking at your page and what you put out into the world. Why do you edit your content to a point where you don't address your stuttering enough? I love the real you itself, and seeing the edits that you put out, I don't see the stuttering.
Is he right? Do you avoid the stuttering in the edits? I would be excited to see it. It would be something I would follow specifically for.
I got you. I'll show you.
Yeah, so sometimes it comes out smooth and everything, and sometimes the pauses are in between 3 and 5 seconds. So if they're less than 1.5 and I leave them in, but if they're more than that, then I kind of feel like the person will just click off and just,
You think the algorithm
Move
is
on.
hurt you for it?
yeah.
I think you're wrong. I think he'll kill you. I really do.
I think
that's
so,
wrong.
too.
100%.
I think you're really wrong. I just watched some of your videos, and the videos are incredibly high quality, but the fact that you're a discipline coach and have that confidence with a disadvantage that no one else has to deal with puts you on a different level than other people without that problem can get to, and that says something about you as a person that would make you be like, I don't even have to know you to know you're a disciplined coach, because I
Yeah.
can tell based on your past that having to come through that posting content online, which is directly like, it's like your biggest struggle you then when posting content, which is the hardest thing to do with that struggle. I'm like, of course it is, and I think that'd be my pitch.
I think it'll help you build an audience of specifically people that feel empowered and like helped by you too, because they'll like the people that stick around, like the algorithm will target it towards like people that are sticking around to watch your video, right? And the people that are sticking around, I think, will be doing so because they're relating to it.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
And the more they relate to it, the more they're gonna want to like follow you more and more and more.
Yeah.
Because they see you have that confidence. So I think so too.
I know this is
Okay.
probably a silly question, but do you follow Drew Lynch? You know who that is?
I do not.
He is
Oh, I know exactly
yeah,
who you're
he's a
talking about,
comedian
yeah.
with a stutter. And so he's
Oh,
on stage
okay.
and he goes straight through his whole thing. And his stutter's about like yours, about the degree that yours is. And he'll sit there and he hits the funniest jokes you've ever seen. I follow everything he does. He's hilarious. And over the time being on stage, I've followed him for years. His stutter's gotten better. I've been able to watch that. And I followed him because his delivery of jokes was more interesting with the stutter. Sometimes he'd fake stutter for a second and then deliver a funny line or different things like that. And it was incredible.
okay.
And I don't watch very many comedians online. He's arguably my favorite. And every single one of his videos has his stutter in it, all the way through every pause and everything. So it definitely, in his case, I see his comments all the time. Every comment, is how incredible it is because of that. The algorithm, especially as far as comments and interaction, I think will reward you. People will be inspired and comment and be like, this is fucking incredible. And I really do think so.
Yeah, I second that. Because I remember seeing Drew Lynch, he went on AGT, that's how he grew up, on America's Got Talent, and dude.
He's so funny, man. He's
hilarious.
Yeah.
He's hilarious, but like aside from the comedic aspect, like the thing that's so impressive with him is not only because he's like hilarious, but he has taken something that most people would consider like a disadvantage and taken it as an advantage.
Yes.
He uses it for his comedy.
Yeah, he like Drew Lynch wouldn't be Drew Lynch without his stuff.
Yeah, no, he don't need to do it. It's like, it's part of what makes it funny.
Yeah.
So
That's the wow factor I think that JP's
Yeah, the wow factor.
that's
Yeah.
the-
Yeah, exactly. It's a
All
wow.
right.
Which is arguably the most important part.
And the hardest to come across,
Yeah.
for sure. We look for different wow factors every fucking day just to make a fucking video, right? I'm telling you, that's
Yeah.
built-in content. You have most people that struggle with that. The problem's gonna be the confidence, right? You can never get to the confident point where they can post like that. You're already doing that. Just
Yeah.
include the stuff, man. It definitely will. You'll be more.
All right.
I bet honestly.
Leaving it all in. So,
hell yeah.
all right.
Let's go, bro.
Thank you guys.